Students, in this topic, let us discuss about the goals of requirement engineering. The first and foremost important goal is identify stakeholders and their needs. So we have to identify our stakeholders, what are the things which are necessary, and the stakeholders may be the customer or the who are using the product are the stakeholders, and their need has to be identified. The next one is create documents, models, and database. So we have to create documents, database, and models for the product. The next thing is analyze, manage, and affect priorities. So we have to analyze and manage what are the priorities, which process has to be completed earlier, which has to be carried out later, etc. Communicate and validate with the stakeholders. So we have to communicate with the stakeholders, and a proper communication should be made, and the requirement has to be validated. The next one is define what the contractor must build. So we have to define what the contractor must build. The next one is verify it was done correctly. It is very important thing. We have to verify each and every time. We have to verify whether the product is being developed in a correct manner or not. Okay. The next one is cope up with future changes. There may be changes in upcoming modules, so we have to cope up with the future changes. So these are all the goals of requirement engineering. A typical deliverables, a software requirement specification document. So here we are going to develop a document which is called which can be called as SRS in short form, that is software requirement specification. So each and every requirement which are obtained by the obtained from the customer is documented in a proper manner, so that if the project is being developed based on that document only, and even if that some changes are happening in the team, the person who is coming next or the team which is going to take over the project will understand based on the software requirement specification, which is a document containing each and every requirement about the product, which is obtained from the customer. So it consists of a domain model, class, data dictionary, etc. A set of functional requirements which consist of use case and descriptions. So functional requirements and non-functional requirements, there are two different things: functional requirement and non-functional requirement. The functional requirement is what is the process which is going to be carried out. For example, if we considering a lift, the process or the operation of a lift is to start from ground floor to moving to the next floor, or to the fifth floor, or whichever floor which is in the building. Okay. But the non-functional requirement deals about the performance, speed, or the weight, number of capacity or number of persons which can be, whoever can be in the lift, etc. So the performance and other things which is about the lift is non-functional requirement, and the primary functionality of the lift is to move from ground floor to whichever floor in the building. So that is functional requirement. And the performance, cost, efficiency, reliability, these are non-functional requirements. So these are the two different things, and these are very mandatory. And we have to obtain the functional requirement and non-functional requirement. Here non-functional requirement is very important, so that a quality product can be obtained only in a non-functional requirement process. The known platform constraints, like hardware, operating system, the project planning constraint like budget, deadlines, and personnel. So these are the typical deliverables. There may be constraints in project planning and etc. And that could be because of the budget, and the project should be completed in a stipulated time or a scheduled time, and it is based on the requirement which is obtained and the staffs available and the resources they have. So each and everything plays an important role in delivering a quality product. Requirement engineering activities. So these are the requirement engineering activities which consist of elicitation, analysis, specification, verification, management. Requirement engineering, requirement elicitation, requirement specification, requirement management, requirement analysis, requirement verification. So these are all the separate things which are carried out in the requirement engineering. These are the activities in requirement engineering. This is also very very important. And let us see what all these in the next class. Thank you.